Good afternoon and welcome to the afternoon edition of From Day One. Ready to rock and roll. Today in the courtroom we have two sovcits in one trial courtroom. Let's have some fun if we rock in Dominion.
Does Mr. Weems have a camera?
Are you able to turn the camera, Mr. Weems?
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you? All right, Mr. Weems, are you wishing to continue to represent yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Big surprise.
And you understand that the most folks would say that's a terrible idea and that you'll do much better with an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you represent yourself, you still need to comply with all the court rules and the law, and that you're not given a break just because you have not, because you don't have a law license?
Yes.
It might not be
All right,
smart, Your Honor, but if you see you continue to do so.
Mr. Weems, were you wishing to go to trial?
Actually, I don't know. Can I go on a breakout with, I guess it's the prosecutor or whoever I need to be talking to?
If you want to talk with him, then I will give you an adjournment and let you talk with him another time, but I need him to run the docket.
Yes. Your Honor, I have no problem with an adjournment in this matter. The people did communicate an offer the last time that we were on the docket, and that offer still stands as pleading to count one, dismissing the remainder with a probationary sentence agreement. If the court would allow, I can give Mr. Weems my contact information so he can call me if he has anything that he would like to discuss.
Mr. Weems, you need to remain on video, please. Did you hear what Mr. Danner said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and would you like his contact information so you can speak with him?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead,
Right.
Mr. Danner. Okay,
so the line to reach me here is, and my name is Lou Danner, so when you call, you just ask for Lou Danner. The number here is 734-222-6620. That is the way to reach me by phone. If you would like to email me at the prosecutor's office, it is my last name, Danner. So that's DANNERL, as in Lou, at washtenaw.org. You can feel free to email me there or to call the office line, and I will be more than happy to discuss this matter with you. And please be advised to not discuss any actual factual basis of the case, as I do not represent you, and I want to make sure you protect your constitutional interests and not say things to me that may be used against you later.
Yeah, I know who you are.
Like you being an idiot.
Mr. Weems, we tried to mail your birth certificate back to you, and it came back as undeliverable. Is there another address that we could send it to?
Oh, this is this idiot?
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
All right, what is that?
Using his address, no reason for that to get out.
No, Ypsilanti, Michigan. Sorry.
197 or 98?
98, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Weems. We'll adjourn your matter to next week, to June 7. That'll be at 1:30, okay?
Mom's birthday. All right. Love you. Thank you.
Your Honor, is that the date that I just want to make sure there's enough time for Mr. Wynn to actually reach out to me and contact me?
Yeah,
I know, does the 7th work for you to be able to reach out to me and discuss this case before that date? All right,
yes, sir.
he's nodding. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Is it
You're all
English?
set, Mr. Weems.
All right, you guys have a nice one. Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
Yep.
Alright, so that one at least, yeah, he's an idiot, but at least he's sounding somewhat sane compared to last time he was in.
People versus
But you
Bobby
promised me too.
Cunningham, 22147 FH.
Lieutenant for the people.
And the second one better be better.
Mr. Cunningham, do you still wish to represent yourself?
Yes, remains always. Which basically I put in documentation sent to the court. May have you reviewed or made a decision from there. Go ahead now.
Mr. Cunningham, what I have from you was from April, and it appeared to be an attempt to write a subpoena. And
terrible.
I'm sorry?
I say yes.
Okay.
Depends.
I'm not going to sign that subpoena. First of all, it's not in the right format, and second of all, it's directed to people who are not subject to subpoena, court officers.
All right. Well, excuse me. That's only one of them. If I might, excuse me, quote unquote, put my words on top of your words. One of them. That's only one of them. The second one is actually showing. It has wrote the subpoena for. Stating when I had got identification within this jurisdiction. Now, two, the jurisdiction that I came from before I came here is not the same, man, without. Sorry. At the same point in time, I have not got no correspondence with the subpoenas that I have put out. What I have put in the workers myself, and also it's a contract to solidify these subpoenas to the necessary people that it's supposed to go to. Now, from there, I'm talking to you, which basically pre-trial, which is at this point in time, if you want to make a decision with or with not, I'm putting it out hopefully to the end of July, if possible. Somewhere around 23, 25 days of the month of Roman calendar date 2022, July.
Roman calendar date?
So from there, from basically the subpoena that basically I'm trying to get to, which is supposed to be on the witness list, which is on the also, excuse me, I might be slurring my speech a little bit. Simple fact of the matter is I might be a little intimidated by basically who you may have associated with quote unquote RICO Act, which is you as well, which has to do with housing and throughout this jurisdiction of the Washtenaw County. Now, excuse me. If you want to look at, which is basically supposed to be on their witness list, is basically the motion
ain't doing well.
Bradley versus United States, which basically comes to the identification of West Jurisdictional Act, which has to go by every constitutional state, including the United States, 10 mile dictionary law. I had a basic contract with a passport. Let's say it's from there. Now, what they should need is basically within we can say go back to A1. Now, if we go back to A1, as far as
do we have to, Your Honor?
Motion and also the other motion that I had put forth before me talking to you. Now, A1, as far as in the, as far as the evidence, name and address, not correct. Now, the name and address is not correct, which basically, to me, has not been in any type of reference to why this is not correct. Now, the witness states, Ryan Kavanaugh. Now, Ryan Kavanaugh is not on the witness list, which basically I've been asking, and which basically, as far as the transcripts and the videotapes, you have not presented, or, the attorneys, I just had a little hiccup because I'm down on battery, So, they have not supplied me with the transcripts or the videotapes. Is supplied basically why they're stating that some of this documentation that they sent me is not agreeing to what they have already affiliated. Now, they tried to, remove the primary witness. Now, with the primary witness by the state is Ryan Kavanaugh. That's not on the witness list.
Okay, so Mr. Cunningham, I'm gonna stop you, Mr. Cunningham.
Thank you, Your Honor.
If there is a motion, excuse me.
I'm asking to supply this information or did this case. Simple.
If you're gonna
They
make
have
that
not.
Cunningham, it needs to be in writing. And the
It's
only
already right, ma'am. Whether the, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but whether
Yes, you
Louis
do.
Sedan have justified and read through the motions and documents that's submitted, that's not on me, ma'am. I'm asking at this point in time, you subtract or dab it this case, or we go from there. Which basically right now is only a motion, which basically, it will be under the RICO Act. Simple fact is you and him have ties to, such as the Housing Association. I'm just making a statement here. Simple fact of the matter is Housing Association, Washington Association of a degree of basically to supply law or put knowledge of law to. It's kind of a little bit agree. Probably a little having some of the people, but at the end of the day, I'm just asking. He doesn't have the supply witness, basically Ryan Kavanaugh, on the document as a witness. If he doesn't have him on the witness, it's basically what they sent me to October 27, 2020. Basically, I'm asking for this case to be dismissed, man. That's simple, cut, dry to what it is. Anything, everything, I'm listening and understanding. Excuse me. I'm writing notes.
All right, Mr. Danner, would you like to respond?
You like
Yes,
to
Your
answer
Honor,
them?
in response to the motion for subpoena that is before this court, Your Honor, I'm asking that this court deny defendant's motion as he has failed to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. He has not stated a relief that this court is able to provide at this time, nor has he provided a legal basis for the court to provide said relief that he is requesting either in the motion or the request for dismissal in this oral motion being made today. Neither motion has provided any case law that would be dispositive of any issues in regards to dismissal of the matter in its entirety by this court, or provides the court any justification or legal basis for said actions based on that request. Moreover, in regards to the actual issues of any subpoena or any request for documents of that sort, or any request for testimony, some of those requests are at this point untimely, as there is no trial that has been set in this matter. And moreover, this is not the proper methodology for effectuating a subpoena, nor for asking the court in regards to sign or send out any subpoenas. So therefore, because he has failed to state any claims or any grounds upon which this court can grant relief, we're asking that they be summarily denied in this case.
Can I repeat that, madam?
Sorry, what'd you just say, Mr. Cunningham?
Can I review that? First of all,
Mr. Cunningham, I'm going to stop you.
Yes, ma'am.
I've read the motion. In fact, I've read it a couple of times, and listened to what you have said here today. And I agree with Mr. Banner that there is no support for what you're requesting, and both motions are denied. The oral motion to dismiss that you made today,
How you gonna deny?
for a subpoena duces tecum. They're both denied.
Excuse me. How you gonna deny a fact that basically is not solidified? They don't have the Ryan Kavanaugh on the basically what they said to me is Ryan Kavanaugh, but now they don't have Ryan Kavanaugh on their witness list. Now, why don't have Ryan Kavanaugh on my witness list is one thing. Now, two, here it is. I'm not supposed to be on U of M property as quote unquote his quote unquote investigator who basically investigates quote unquote shit. Simple fact of the matter is I'm not supposed to be on U of M property. Now, if I'm not supposed to be on U of M property, that means here it is. They have to get some type of subpoena or something to bring me in to solidify that basically I know what's going on at that point in time. Now here it is. I'm in U of M.
Mr. Cunningham, I'm going to mute you now so that I can speak.
Here it is. They run my territory.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Cunningham, you have a pretrial scheduled next Tuesday at 1:30, and that's on this same Zoom. We'll see you then, sir.
You should make him come in, Your Honor. Make him drive in.
Call the next case.
Make him walk in. Make him drive in, Make him, come in. He's going to do this. You make him come in, Your Honor. You don't grant the boy another Zoom case. That would be too much for him. Alright. Let me see if we get something else. If not, we'll just cut it right here for the day. And actually, I think we will give you guys a nice quick out for this lovely, lovely June 2nd day. As always, make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. You be kind to one another. And as always, make sure you do release the Krakens as we march along this afternoon and every afternoon here from day one. Actually, you know what we'll do? We've got an extra moment or two. This is a little early on an episode, so let's zoom up in the air. Zoom, zoom. And let's take a look at today's Guild War. The War of the Guilds. Today, the Krakens are taking on the Rock Heroes. And let's see what's on their bridge. Alright, we got High School Girl, Team Archangel, and Team Sayong. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put MZ on High School Girl. First wrong, we're going to go ahead and normally I put Moran on it, but I'm going to hold on. I know I have stats on those two. But I don't want to take a look at those. Probably off air, unfortunately. There is the Spring of Elements we're looking at. today's Bastion of Ice opponents. Gates of Nature, and the Bastion of Fire. If this is something you do want to see more of, let us know. We might do a Guild War episode. Until then, again, make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Be kind of one another, and release the Krakens. As we march along this afternoon and every afternoon here from day one. Auditors for Auditor Sovcits, including a nice tasering coming up in the evening, and of course, Richard Hoagland continues to argue with Art Bell in part 3 of The Moon. Is there a base on there? Is there a dome? Let them find it out tonight in the overnight.